What if I told you that Putin's war in Ukraine was never really about Ukraine at all? What if everything you think you know about this conflict is a lie? In 72 hours, Trump and Putin will meet face to face for the first time since the war began. And what Putin's about to demand will shock you. February 24th, 2022. 200,000 Russian soldiers crossed into Ukraine in the largest European invasion since World War II. Putin claimed he was there to denazify Ukraine and protect Russian speakers. But documents leaked just last week reveal Putin's advisors knew this was a lie from day one. The man leading Ukraine's defense, a former comedian who never wanted to be president, Vladimir Zelensky, well, from making people laugh to making the world cry. And Putin? He's been planning this for over a decade. 3 years later, a fifth of Ukraine is under Russian control. Cities are in ruins, families destroyed, and now Trump says he can end it all with one phone call. This story doesn't start in 2022. It starts in 2014, when Putin perfected his playbook. Ukraine had just overthrown their corrupt pro-Russian president in the Revolution of Dignity. Protesters died in the streets fighting for freedom. Putin watched from Moscow, furious that his puppet was gone. Within days, unmarked soldiers, little green men, appeared in Crimea. No insignia, no identification, but everyone knew they were Russian. In 3 weeks, Putin had stolen an entire peninsula. The West did nothing. Putin learned he could get away with anything. Crimea stolen, 2014. The 8-year war nobody talked about, narration. But Crimea wasn't enough. Putin immediately started a shadow war in eastern Ukraine, using proxy fighters and volunteers. For 8 years, people were dying every single day along a 400-mile front line. 14,000 people dead. The world moved on. Putin was just getting started. He used those 8 years to study Ukrainian weaknesses, test Western resolve, and prepare for the big prize, all of Ukraine. Putin's 2021 essay revealed his true thinking. Russians and Ukrainians were one people. To him, Ukraine doesn't exist as a real country. It's just a rebellious Russian province. Here's Trump's dilemma. Putin will only accept a deal that gives him most of what he wants. Keep the stolen territory, block Ukraine from NATO, maintain his puppet states. Essentially, reward 3 years of war crimes. Zelensky can't accept that. Giving Putin Ukrainian land is like giving Hitler Poland in 1939. It just encourages more aggression later. But Ukraine is exhausted, their people are dying, they're running out of options. Behind every statistic is a human story. 77,000 Ukrainian soldiers dead, up to 267,500 Russian soldiers, 13,500 civilians, but the real number is much higher. In Mariupol alone, bodies are still being found under the rubble. Every Russian mother who lost her son, every Ukrainian child who lost their parent, every family torn apart. Putin started this war, but the price is paid by ordinary people who never wanted to fight. Strip away the propaganda, and Putin's goals are clear. Restore the Russian Empire, control Eastern Europe, prove that democracy is weak and autocracy is strong. Ukraine is just the beginning. If Putin wins in Ukraine, where does he stop? Moldova? The Baltics? Poland? Putin has already said the Soviet Union's collapse was the greatest tragedy of the 20th century. He wants to fix that mistake. This war isn't just about Ukraine and Russia. It's about whether might makes right in the 21st century. Can a nuclear power simply erase its neighbor from the map? China is watching, thinking about Taiwan. Every dictator is watching, learning from Putin's playbook. The stakes couldn't be higher. This is about the survival of the international order we've built since World War II. And it all comes down to what happens in that room in Alaska. But here's what nobody's telling you about Trump's meeting with Putin. 3 intelligence sources confirmed to me that Putin has prepared a secret apport. Not just territorial concessions, he's willing to throw Zelensky under the bus entirely. Putin will claim Zelensky was never legitimately elected because Ukraine postponed elections during the war. Trump's response? He's already started echoing Putin's talking points. Zelensky should never have let the war start, Trump said. The seeds of betrayal are already planted. If Trump accepts Putin's framework, that we'll forget about the children he stole, the cities he destroyed, the lives he shattered. Don't let him win that bet.